almost finished the entirety of Persona 3 Reload, so it's time I do my favorite Persona users from worst to best. Not to say any of them are bad. Remember, it's just my opinion, so let's start with number 9, which is Aigis. Couldn't really get into her because there wasn't a lot of interaction between her and she doesn't have that much of a personality. Plus, her playstyle doesn't really help me in battle, so... I haven't reached the end of Persona 3 though, so maybe that'll change, as they say. Number 8, Junpei. I just found his voice and most of his voice lines so annoying to listen to, especially when they repeat. Oh my gosh. I mean, it just seemed like he was trying way too hard. The only times that I found him, like, bearable was when he was being vulnerable, and in those times, he was blowing up at me, like yelling in my face, so maybe, you know what, tone it down, you're a little dramatic. Stop. Number 7, Fuka. She's just too timid, I suppose. I like my characters with some confidence, but she is cute when interacting with Koromaru, so I'll give her that. Number 6, Ken. Cute kid. Hated him for a moment because of a major event, but I couldn't stay mad at him for too long because he's just nice and mature for his age. Number 5, Aragaki. Gotta love a bad boy, am I right? At least when you finally get to truly interact with him. I mean, in the beginning, he was kind of rude and you didn't really like him, right? He had a good heart clouded by trauma, I get that. I'm glad he got to redeem himself, though. I wish we got more of him. Number 4 is Sonata. If he wasn't so dense at times, he'd be higher up because he's just so cool, strong, and hot. I mean, that voice, am I right? I'd love to spar with you in the ring anytime. Number 3, Yukari. Basic girl next door character until you get really into the story, then you can see just how strong she can be. I also find it kind of funny how much she slapped people in this because it was way more than once, right? I think it was her go-to move. She secretly liked doing it. Her gathered confidence, inherent sweetness, combined with being down to earth, totally shows why she's the main love interest for the protagonist. Number 2, Mitsuru. Gotta love an ice queen and a regal voiced beauty, you know? At first she has this air like you can't stand in her presence, but once she loses that, her awesomeness really shines. She's just so cool, sweet, someone you can rely on, and so much more than her family name. Plus, she's probably that kind of character where people are like, step on me, you know what I mean? Not that I want that. And number 1, Koromaru. Seriously, did you really think anybody else was gonna be at the top of this list? He is a good boy, a good doggo. Love Koromaru. Agree with my picks? Kinda crazy it only took me a month of playing Persona 3 to get right here. Where is here? Well,